All right, folks, we're a few weeks after the election, and things are finally starting to settle down. The political ads are gone, thank God, and we can all stop pretending we know how to analyze polling data. Let's be honest, half of us don't even know how to read our thermostats, let alone a pie chart. But here we are, post-election, and I've got to say it, I called it. Trump didn't just win, he crushed it. And you know what? It feels like we've got America back. It's like when you finally find your wallet after searching the house for hours. It's a mix of relief and how did we lose this in the first place? This election reminded me so much of Reagan versus Carter. Now, I was just a kid back then, but I remember it like it was yesterday. The polls were neck and neck. The media was in full panic mode. And then election day came, and Reagan absolutely cleaned house. It was a landslide. And as a kid, I remember something else about Reagan. He made me feel safe. Back then, we were all terrified of nuclear war. They'd have us doing those duck and cover drills like crouching under a desk was going to save us from a nuke. What were they thinking? Oh no, a nuclear blast is coming. Quick, grab the plywood and bubble gum. But then Reagan came on TV and started talking about his Star Wars program. Not the movie, though, that would have been cool, but the missile defense system that could shoot nuclear warheads out of the sky. And you know what? I believed him. I didn't care how it worked. I just felt like we were in good hands. And that's how I feel with Trump. Say what you will about the guy. He's older, sure, and sometimes he tweets like he's in an all-caps shouting match with his toaster. But I feel safe with him in charge. He's the kind of guy who makes you think, okay, we're going to be all right. Now, Trump reminds me of that dad. You know the one. He doesn't just fix things. He narrates the whole process. You think he's just going to quietly change the oil, but no, he's out there with the hood up, giving you a TED Talk. You see this right here? This is the alternator. Back in '87, I fixed one of these with a bungee cord and a stick of gum. True story. That's Trump. He doesn't just do the job. He makes sure you know he's doing the job. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Because let's face it, the last few years have been rough. Inflation was out of control, small businesses were struggling, and people were barely scraping by. When folks walked into that voting booth, it boiled down to two questions. One, am I better off than I was 4 years ago? Two, can I take 4 more years of this? And judging by the results, the answer was pretty clear. People wanted change. They wanted someone who can get results, not just promises. But here's the thing. This election wasn't just about the economy. It was about something bigger. It was about unity. Remember September 11th? How tragedy and for a brief moment, we weren't Democrats or Republicans. We were just Americans. We stood together. We need that. Again, no, we don't need tragedy. That's for sure. But the left does feel like it's a tragedy. And I can understand they didn't get what they wanted. But let's just put our differences aside and let's see if this man who has promised to get the economy back up and running, if he's able to do it. I think he can, and I think he will. Let's communicate better with both sides. Let's have conversations. And maybe it starts with something simple, listening. I know, radical concept, right? But instead of shouting over each other, what if we just heard each other out? It's not that hard. And hey, it's a lot easier on the vocal cords than screaming at your uncle about politics at Thanksgiving. Speaking of listening, let's talk about the media. For years, it felt like we were only getting one side of the story. And here's my take. News should be about facts first, opinions second. State the facts, then share your opinion. But let's stop pretending opinions are facts. That's like putting ketchup on steak and calling it barbecue. It's just wrong. Now, I'm not saying everything's going to magically fix itself overnight. The economy's like that old car your dad swears he can fix. It's going to take some time, some duct tape, and probably a few choice words. But I believe Trump is the guy to steer the ship. He's not perfect, but he's perfect for this moment. And can we talk about leadership for a second? Trump has that old school, I'm in charge energy. He's like the coach who yells at you during practice but pats you on the back after the game. Sure, it's tough love, but it gets results. And right now, that's exactly what this country needs. So, what's my plan? More faith, less fighting. I'm not here to change your mind or win an argument. I want real conversations. Let's laugh a little, listen a lot, and start rebuilding this country together. And hey, while we're at it, let's tackle some of the big issues, like pineapple on pizza. Can we all agree that's a culinary crime? I mean, some things just don't belong together. It's like pairing wine with a Happy Meal. Just stop. At the end of the day, I'm optimistic. I believe in this country. I believe in its people. And I believe that together, we can get through anything. So let's roll up our sleeves, get to work, and make America great again. And maybe even safe again. Thanks for tuning in to The Jeff Adams Show. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and join the conversation. Together, we can make a difference. Let's do this.